Good morning students, welcome back. Today we will continue chapter number 4 from history, tribals, Dikus and the vision of golden age part 2. So before moving to part 2, let us see what we have studied in our previous class. So first of all, we studied about the tribals, the tribal groups. They settled in different parts of India, especially during the British time or when the British were ruling us. And we also studied about how did the tribal group live. So somewhere we studied somewhere hunter-gatherers, some were herders, and some were jhum cultivators, some started a settled life or living in a particular place and doing the cultivation work. And we also studied about how the British rule or the colonial rule affected the tribal life. So what happened to the tribal chiefs, what happened to the traders, and why these tribal people, they suffered a lot because of the forest laws. What were the forest laws? It was introduced by the British, and that made the made the tribal people to suffer a lot. And somewhere, as we discussed about, they started doing that jhum cultivation or shifting cultivation, and that troubled the British a lot, because for the British, managing the settled group was much more easier than this jhum cultivators, okay, or the shifting cultivators. Initially, Britishers said no to the shifting cultivation, but afterwards they agreed that to continue this jhum cultivation in some parts of India because of the scarcity of water as well as the fertility of the soil was not good enough. So let us now move on to see at the last we also studied about most of the tribal people, they have to leave their places in search of work. So today we will continue with the remaining topic. So let us move and see in part 2 what happens to the tribals. So as I said, the search of work, they went in search of work. So tribal people, they went in search of work. Tribal people had to go far away places. Far away means bahut dur tak places, far away places from their home in search of the work. They were recruited. Recruited means appointed. They were recruited through contractors to work on tea plantations and coal mines on low wages and prevented them from returning home. See, where they started doing their work, they started to work in the tea plantations. So what happened there? That the contractors, even the coal mines, they gave them low wages and stopped them, prevented them from returning home. Means they have to work there forever. So that was the attitude of the owners of the mines or the contractors. Now, next topic is a closer look about the tribals. The tribal groups rebelled. Rebelled means revolted against in different parts against the changes of the country, against the changes in laws, kanun, restrictions on their practices. What was their practices? Either it was jhum cultivation, shifting cultivation, it was their practices, and it was now restricted. The new taxes they had to pay. So we have already seen in the previous history chapter that various Mahalwari system or the permanent settlement, wherein the tax was decided at the very early stage, and that was the new taxes they had to pay, and the exploitation by traders and money lenders. So that is why they are Dikus. Then the Kols. Kol is also one of the tribal group. They rebelled in 1831 and 32 in that period, particular period. The Santals rose in revolt in 1855. The Bastar rebellion in central India in 1910 and the Wari revolt in Maharashtra in 1940. So this all shows that not at a single particular time they revolted, at different time they revolted, or the tribal group people revolted against the British administration or the British or the colonial rule. Now we're going to see the last topic, I think, that is Birsa Munda. And in the very initial stage, or I can say the very first module, we studied about or we heard about this Birsa or Munda, belong to Munda family or Munda tribal group. So he is none other than Birsa Munda, one of the you can say that chief person among the tribals. So his childhood was like that of other tribal children. He was also just like the other tribal children only when he was young. He heard the tales. Tales means what? Stories. He heard the stories of Munda rebellion and saw leaders initiating people revolt. दैट मीन्स ही हर्ड द स्टोरीज फैमिली खानदानी का स्टोरी बोल सकते हैं कि आपका दादा क्या करते थे, परदादा क्या करते थे, बहुत ब्रेव थे एंड दे रिबल्ड अगेंस्ट द ब्रिटिश. सो ये सब है लेगेसी, यू कैन से दैट वो सब सुन सुन के ये बिरसा मुंडा ही ब्रॉट अप. एंड ही ऑल्सो हर्ड सॉ द लीडर्स इनिशिएटिंग पीपल रिवोल्ट. So people they are taking, leaders are taking initiative, okay, for the rebellion against the colonial rule. The Sirdars talked to golden age where they would be free from the oppression and have ancestral rights on the forest land. So they also, Sirdar is also one of the tribal group. They talked to the golden age where they would be free from oppression. Oppression मतलब ये दबाव. So they would be free from ये सब दबाव. किसका दबाव? ब्रिटिशों का. उनका दबाव से सब फ्री हो सकते हैं, मुक्त हो सकते हैं and have ancestral right. Ancestral मतलब जो पुराने खानदानी rights मतलब जो हक, खानदानी हक जो है on forest land, जो उनका खानदानी हक जो था उनका वो फॉरेस्ट के ऊपर ट्राइबल के लिए वो उनको मिल सकता है इफ दे यूनाइटेड एंड फाइट अगेंस्ट द colonial rule. Birsa was deeply influenced by many of the ideas and he came in touch in his growing up years. So he was deeply influenced by the many of the ideas as and when he was growing and he became older. He thought of reforming tribal society, he thought of doing something reform, sudharna in the tribal society, urging people, urging means asking or you can say forcing the people to give up drinking liquor. So drinking liquor, so you know very well liquor. So then clean their village. Swachh Bharat, it was there, the concept was there when Birsa Munda, he was a tribal chief at that time only. He only urged, see, the same concept are developing nowadays also. Even the tribal people, in spite of they are the tribal people, they are very aware of the concept of this cleaning their own society. See, now we people are educated and we need to someone to be guided us or someone to be upon our head to do our own work, to clean our own surroundings. So but he was not like that. There were people, but he made them to follow, to clean their society, to clean their village and to clean their surroundings and stop believing in witchcraft. Now is a witchcraft maybe a new word for you. Witchcraft मतलब जादू मंत्र या क्या बोलते हैं आपको, ऐसे कहते हैं ना किसी ने अपने बुरी नज़र से किया है. विचक्राफ्ट मतलब यू कैन से जादू, ऐसे हाँ किसी को नज़र लगता है, दैट इज़ अ विचक्राफ्ट. सो आपको किसी का नज़र लगा है, नज़र लग गया है, किसी ने आपका वो माट मंत्र वो सब करके आपको मतलब आपको वश में लिया है, ऐसे करके बोलते हैं ना. सो दैट वाज कॉल्ड विच क्राफ्ट एंड ही सेड टू स्टॉप बिलीविंग इन दैट. दैट इज ऑल दैट. व्हाट इज दैट? इट इज अ what you can say, it's a blind belief, a type of blind belief. So you have to leave that. Nothing is as such. कोई भूत नहीं, प्रेत नहीं है, और कोई ये विचक्राफ्ट, माया मंत्र, जादू मंत्र, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है. सो जस्ट डू योर वर्क. हम सब क्या करते हैं, हम तो हमें ऐसा लगता है ना, कभी कभी आप तो देखते होंगे तो जो व्हीकल्स में नींबू मिर्ची लटका हुआ रहता है और घर के सामने रखते हैं, और कभी कभी दैट यू कैन सी दैट कि रोड पे सब तो एक मतलब कद्दू को कुछ उसको क्या करते हैं कि उसको बीच में कटिंग करके उसमें मतलब जलाते हुए देखा है मैंने. जस्ट व्हाई दे आर डूइंग सो? दैट्स just blind belief, that's all. So this is all about Birsa Munda. Let's see whether he said something. Yes, he said something more. Our movement began under the leadership of Birsa Munda. He said ki you stop drinking liquor and start cleaning your own village, and you stop believing in this witchcraft and all. And for that he started a movement under the leadership of Birsa Munda, or he only started. This worried the British officials. Now the British, they wanted the Indians to follow all these beliefs and all, because they are the educated people. They won't believe in this, but they make the Indian people to follow this. And when Birsa said no, they thought that this Birsa will पूरा हमारा जो हमने जो खेल रहे या जो भी हम प्लान बनाए उस सब में वो क्या करेगा, पानी फेरेगा. So this worried the British officials, as the aim of the Birsa movement was to drive out missionaries. Who are the missionaries? The one who came to India for the purpose of educating the Indians with the English or knowledge, or imparting English knowledge to the Indians. They are the missionaries. So one who came to, you might have heard that mission schools are those schools run by the Christian authorities. So drive off the missionaries, then money lenders, then Hindu landlords. And why? These missionaries, money lenders and the Hindu landlords, all they were dicus for the tribal people. So, and set up a Munda Raj with Birsa as its head. In 1895, Birsa was arrested. Yes, if you are going against the British rule, they will definitely arrest you, because it was a matter of concern for the British. And he was released in 1897, see, after 2 years, and he toured the village to gather support. Again he went, as soon as he is out of the jail, he again travelled in the village and trying to convince the people. He forced the people to destroy Ravana. Who are the Ravanas here? The Dicus and the Europeans. Europeans we know, and the Dicus are money lenders, then the Hindu landlords as well as the missionaries. Okay, and establish a kingdom under his leadership. In 1900, Birsa died of cholera. Cholera, just like अभी तो आपका कोरोना है, वैसे कोलेरा था. और बहुत साल के बाद, or I can say after many years that or maybe after that medicine was invented for that also. Nowadays we have medicine for it. It is not a deadly disease, but nowadays corona is okay. But in those days, cholera, no medicine was available for that, and he died of that. And in 1900, Birsa died of cholera, and the movement faded out. Faded out मतलब जो निशान जो है उसका जो फेड होता है, फेड हो गया मतलब धीरे धीरे वो हिस्ट्री का पेज से या फिर उनका जो ट्राइबल्स इसके से वो धीरे धीरे गायब हो गया. That is faded out. So I think I have come to an end of this chapter, and once again I am going to explain the same thing in the video as well. In the Zoom class as well. Again, I'm not going to provide you any question answer for this. We have just studied, and in next class I'm going to take a civics class. So students, one more thing I would like to say, if the be ready, complete your work, because we will be calling the students for the submission of notebook one by one. So at that time your work must be completed. Okay, thank you for watching and listening to me. Have a nice time and take care of yourself. Bye children.
सन 1875 में चलकड़ के एक निर्धन परिवार में एक शिशु का जन्म हुआ। बृहस्पतिवार को जन्म लेने के कारण इस बच्चे का नाम बिरसा रखा गया।
किसे पता था कि एक दिन ये बालक जंगलों में रहने वाले हिंदू समाज को उनके गौरव की याद दिलाने वाला बिरसा मुंडा बनेगा।
बिरसा, बिरसा, कहाँ है रे तू?
माँ, मैं इधर हूँ।
तू फिर से अकेला जंगल में गया था? कहीं कोई बाघ भालू उठा ले जाता तो?
माँ, तू फिक्र मत कर, ये जंगल मेरा दोस्त है, इसके सभी जानवर मेरे भाई।
बिरसा पढ़ाई में तेज था और ये देखकर उसका दाखिला मिशनरी स्कूल में करवा दिया गया, लेकिन वहां पढ़ने के लिए उसको जबरन धर्म परिवर्तन करना पड़ा।
बिरसा, यीशु के सिवाय कोई भगवान नहीं है। बिरसा, ईसाई धर्म का पालन करने से ही तुम्हारा उद्धार होगा, वरना बाकी वनवासियों की तरह जाहिल के जाहिल रह जाओगे।
जैसे जैसे बिरसा बड़ा होने लगा, वो अंग्रेजों के अत्याचारों से परिचित हुआ और समझ गया कि अंग्रेज उनसे उनके जंगल छीनना चाहते हैं और ईसाई पादरी जंगल में रहने वाले सभी हिंदुओं को ईसाई बनाना चाहते हैं।
आपको हमारी मदद करनी होगी ताकि हम जबरन सभी आदिवासियों को ईसाई बना सकें।
ये सब देख बिरसा ने ईसाई धर्म को त्याग दिया।
एक वैष्णव गुरु से दीक्षा लेकर बिरसा भगवान विष्णु और तुलसी की पूजा करने लगा।
हम आदिकाल से इन जंगलों में वास करते आए हैं, ये जंगल हमारे हैं। धर्म परिवर्तित करके अंग्रेज हमसे हमारे जंगल नहीं छीन सकते। भाइयों, अंग्रेजों के सामने मत झुको, आत्मसम्मान के लिए खड़े हो।
बिरसा के अनुयायी गांव-गांव में जाकर बिरसा की इस शिक्षा का प्रचार करने लगे। उसके कहने से वनवासियों ने अंग्रेजों को लगान देना बंद कर दिया। ये सब देख अंग्रेजी हुकूमत तिलमिला गई और उन्होंने बगावत भड़काने के जुर्म के लिए बिरसा को 2.5 साल की कठोर कारावास की सजा सुनाई। लेकिन बिरसा का आंदोलन अब रुकने वाला नहीं था। न वनवासियों ने लगान दिया, न बेगारी की। बिरसा के छूटने पर सारे वनवासी उसके गांव में इकट्ठा हो गए। बिरसा की क्रांति की पुकार से सिंह भूमि, चाईबासा और रांची के जंगल गूंज उठे।
अब वक्त आ गया है जब हम अपनी जमीनें अंग्रेजों से वापस लेंगे और एक नए सतयुग का आरंभ होगा। हम इस धरती के पुत्र हैं और यहाँ हमारा राज होगा।
बिरसा गांव-गांव घूमकर अंग्रेजों के खिलाफ मोर्चा बढ़ाने लगा। बिरसा के अनुयायी तीर कमान से लड़कर भी अंग्रेजों की बंदूकों पर भारी पड़ने लगे। वे जंगल से आते और अंग्रेजों को मारकर गायब हो जाते।
जिस तरह बिरसा हम पर और हमारे ठिकानों पे हमला कर रहा है, ऐसे तो ईसाई धर्म का यहाँ अंत ही हो जाएगा। बिरसा वनवासियों को ईसाई बनने नहीं देगा।
हम बिरसा के सिर पर भारी इनाम रखेंगे, फिर देखते हैं वो भागकर कहाँ जाता है। हाँ, क्यों नहीं?
रुपयों के लालच से भी किसी वनवासी ने बिरसा से गद्दारी नहीं की और अंग्रेजों को एक के बाद एक हार का सामना करना पड़ा। एक बार जंगल में खाना बनाने के धुएं से अंग्रेजों को बिरसा के ठिकाने का पता चल गया। सभी वनवासी सरदार बिरसा समेत पकड़े गए और उन्हें सख्त कारागार में डाल दिया गया। बिरसा की कमर और पैरों में लोहे की बेड़ियां डाल उसे एक छोटी सी कोठरी में बंद कर दिया गया। अंग्रेजों ने उसके खाने में आर्सेनिक नाम का जहर डालकर उसे मरवा डाला और दुनिया को ये बताया कि वो हैजे से मर गया। मात्र 25 वर्ष की आयु में बिरसा अपने धर्म और देश की रक्षा के लिए शहीद हो गया।
25 साल में इतना कुछ करने वाला कोई आम इंसान नहीं हो सकता, और यही कारण है कि बिरसा मुंडा को भगवान का अवतार माना जाता है। आजादी के बाद कांग्रेस की सरकार बन गई और उन्होंने ईसाइयों को खुश करने के लिए भगवान बिरसा मुंडा के इतिहास को पुस्तकों से गायब करवा दिया। लेकिन भगवान बिरसा मुंडा आज भी सभी हिंदुस्तानियों के दिलों में जीवित हैं। हम चाहे गांव में रहते हों या शहरों में, हम सब वनवासी हैं, क्योंकि हम सब जंगलों से ही तो आए हैं। भगवान बिरसा मुंडा सभी वनवासियों के भगवान हैं, वो हमारे भगवान हैं।